there is a version of you that has become so noble in all of your personal development and healing work that you have also become numb to healing. You've been numbed out. And so there are these aspects of your experiences that are just buried and burrowed in your subconscious. And they are there because, well, let me actually put it this way. You've been asking yourself why you continue to repeat certain patterns and go around certain mountains time and time again, and how you find yourself at this place at this point in your life. And that is because there are lessons that you didn't get from the blessing of the ending of that relationship, the ending or the shift in your career. There's a certain mourning process that needed to happen, right? The Bible says that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. In the morning. MOURNING, in the morning. And mourning is a process. Sometimes we move on to other careers and we don't realize why it takes us years to finally really get our footing. We move on from past relationships and we find ourselves asking ourselves if love will ever find us again. And the question isn't whether or not love will ever find you again. The question is, are you even in the neighborhood of love to be found? And what I mean by that is not, are you in the vicinity? Are you in the groups, and are you in the communities? Are you in the social clubs? That's not the question. The question is, are you in the neighborhood? And what I mean by that is as related to your healing work. Are you in the neighborhood? Are you in the vicinity of it? Right? When there are things buried and burrowed in our subconscious, we have to often go back. We have to go back and allow ourselves not to be so noble. We have to allow ourselves to feel the grittiness of it, to feel the griminess of it, to really feel the mud of it, and to really allow ourselves to be able to feel the ugly aspects of that situation that has us feeling like, oh no, here I go again. Or I'm getting older. Is there a possibility of love really being for me? Or you've just accepted that if you have to spend the rest of your life alone, then that's just the way that it has to be. But that's not the way that it has to be. That is just your programming, right? That is your programming, your fight or flight response. And because it has become such a part of your DNA, our subconscious is not in front of us. It's really behind us, right? And so it is burrowed beneath our nobleness, beneath our high quality character, beneath our class, beneath our respect levels. I'm a respectable woman. I am a noble woman. It is burrowed beneath all of that. And so if you truly want to allow yourself to heal, you have to allow yourself to feel. And that's a process, right? It's a very strategic process and exercises and activities in order to really get to the root of what continues to create the same fruit, aka outcome in your life. And there are times when we can be deceived because we have achieved so many things, but that one thing that our heart truly yearns for, we have yet to have it manifest in our life. There is this quote that I often say: every time we compromise, a part of us dies. Every time we compromise, a part of us dies. And so even though you may have been in the neighborhood, in the vicinity of love, for example, along the way, you found yourself compromising on certain things. And so it doesn't mean that, love wasn't on your street, right? It wasn't in your community. It wasn't in your neighborhood. It just means that you stopped and you took a different turn on your journey, and that kept you from achieving and of intersecting with what it was that God really had for you. And that has caused some delays. And so I wanted to share this message with you so that you know that everything that you have felt was possible is because God has placed those possibilities and yearnings and desires on the inside of you. And until your last breath, they can still be fulfilled if you allow yourself to go back and do the work.